not sure if anybody's on here. Not gonna be. Oh, let me turn the TV. That was my YouTube. Couldn't wouldn't come up while I was on there. I don't know what I did with my remote. Hold on, let me find my remote so I can turn the TV down. I just got off of work. I'm extremely tired. So I'm not gonna be on there doing a whole bunch of stupid stuff, no riffraff in that time. I'm gonna put on this. We gonna say what we gotta say, and that's gonna be it. Maybe. Let me find the remote. Oh, there we go. We gonna be saying what we gotta say, and that's what we gonna say. Because there's a whole situation going on, and I'm just so appalled. Mind you, she said whatever she said. Okay, we get that. That's understood. You feel what I'm saying? That's understood. We understand. We know what we say, how we say things sometimes come out the wrong way or rough. Fine. Amazing. Rah rah for everybody who thought they did something by telling her she was wrong for what she said and da-da-da. I'm glad y'all feel that way. I'm glad y'all feel that way. But you are the same type of people that has these children growing up in society the way that they are now. Yeah, y'all the same kind of people. Y'all want to talk about what's said, but not why it was said. That's what we're going to talk about today. Thank y'all. Y'all is the reason why society and the children are coming up different from back in our day. See, I can say that because I'm probably older than some of the ones that's on here talking and all this other kind of stuff. That's what I can say. Let me see. Okay. So, who can tell me? Well, you don't have to tell me what she said. I don't. It is, it is what it is. She said what she said. That's why I keep saying she said what she said. Somebody said, Robbie, I know that you're not going to sit there and say that what she said was right. I don't, you know what? I am a firm believer, like I told her, of what's right. I do understand you have to be careful of what you, well, not what you say, but how you say what you say, because people want to be sensitive when it's good for them. They want to be sensitive to words when it's good for them. You feel what I'm saying? But where was all this energy when Toya was over there crying? When Sweet Mom was over there crying? Where was all this energy for things that were not true or things that had no substance or meaning to them? But nobody wants to talk about why Linda said what she said. That's what we want to talk about now. Today, we want to help young ladies keep their children from being hot and having 12 kids by the time they're 13. Not saying there's nothing wrong with it. If that's what they choose to do, it is what it is. But we're going to talk about this, keeping children from being touched on and molested by men, keeping children out of the way of pedophiles. That's what we're going to talk about today. Why did nobody address that when they were so busy telling that woman what she said was wrong? Why did nobody teach the people who watch this? Everybody watches this. Everybody they think that it's cute when they see their child in somebody's face doing something that they think is so cute. No, it's not. It's not cute. Keep your child in a child's place and let that be the reason. That shit ain't cute. Oh shoot. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I forgot. Facebook be tripping. I forgot. My live on Facebook is just not. I ain't been live so long. I forgot what I'm supposed to do. Damn it. Here we go. No wonder ain't nobody on there. I'm so sorry, y'all from Facebook. I'm is so sorry. If there was, I'm so sorry, y'all from Facebook. I forgot. If there was anybody on there, I forgot to unblock. No, it's not block. Uh, for some reason, my live stream comes up private on Facebook, and I have no clue why, and I hate that. Did it go on private? Yeah, and I don't know why. So we're gonna see how this do. Okay, I'm gonna wait for a second. Because this is something that's really important. Everybody did all that yakety yak on that lady's case about that when they went all the way around the main issue. I'm going to say that again. They went all the way around the main issue, the reason behind her saying what she said, not the conversation that they were having, but from what us as adults or grown people actually see, us who parent our children actually see. Not us who are friends with our children or go to the clubs with our children. Or let's be for real about it. I know some people who actually, mother and daughter, actually have sex with the same man. Is that what y'all think that's for? Come on now, we got to be for real about this. So we going to speak about why she said what she said. She said what she said, but let's talk about why. Since everybody wanted to be on that lady's case about what she said, I want to talk about why she said it. Nobody bought this issue out and about and said anything. All y'all want to do is take a person's words and crucify them for their words when y'all know that she wasn't being malicious behind those words. So let's get down to the nitty gritty, to the greasy grit of it. I'm sure I got some silent watchers on there that ain't gonna say nothing. But what I do want y'all to do, I do want y'all to understand that what's going on is not what's going on. You feel me? Children should stay in children's places. A parent, whether it's mother or father, and I'm going to speak as I don't know if non-bias is the word, or non-sexuality, confirmation, whatever. I'm not gonna say if it's. I'm gonna speak as close as I can to not pinning it on a man or a woman. Being a parent, whether you man, woman, or other, who has been sexually assaulted, molested, or raped when you were younger, should know that a child does not belong in the face of your mate's spouse's face, period. Especially if it's not that child's father, birth father. Sometimes that's a little iffy. It doesn't matter if you are a man, a woman, or other. If you have children, your child needs to stay in a child's place. Your child has no business being as flirty and friendly and touchy and loving to a man that you just met less than 6 months, less than a year, as you are. It just makes no damn sense. It's ridiculous. That's why so many children are being molested by their parents' boyfriends, by their parents' girlfriends, or whatever. That's why they're having children with no baby, with no daddies. A lot of these children, these mamas know who the daddy, these little kids know who the daddies is, but they scared to tell it. They scared to tell it. Come on, man, this makes no sense. Y'all want to get on her? Let's talk about why she said what she said. Come on, that's what I want to know. Since everybody wanted her to apologize and say she was wrong and she did this and she did that, Why y'all didn't talk about why she said what she said? Because the facts behind her saying what she said was exactly right. Yes, it could have been put a different way, but it was 100% something that needed to be taught because obviously the mother doesn't know or it would not be happening. Point in case for me saying this. They thought it was cute for the man to be in the little girl's room at 3 o'clock in the morning. 3 o'clock in the morning when everybody's sleeping, nobody's up. And then on top of the mama at 4 a.m. in the morning. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. My next point, y'all ain't been at home that goddamn on much for her to know that man that well to be all up under him and all touching him and all loving him and all this other kind of stuff. Y'all ain't spent that much time at home. You don't even know that man that much, obviously. It's apparent. You just know what he wants you to know. You just know the surface. But baby, believe me, you ain't begin to take off any layers yet. And to the man, any man or any woman or whatever you want to call it, let me tell y'all something. Y'all putting yourself in a shitload of trouble. Knee high. You need to conduct yourself appropriately around somebody else's children. Okay? You need to do that. Let me say this. I have a whole problem. It's not my problem, but I see a problem or an issue. Case in point. We already know how petty this person is. We already know how childish this person is. Any man that plays with another man's child to get back or do something to someone he has not spoken to more than twice, maybe, knows absolutely nothing about. You only know one side of a story. Every fact, no. Every shred of evidence that you have received or seen by your significant other has been trampled over by the truth. And you still psychotic enough to believe every word and then to pick and peck with someone's child. That lets you know right there that that person ain't got no business being around nobody else's children. None whatsoever. Something is definitely wrong there. And buddy boy, you're setting yourself up for some shit that you don't want to get out of. I mean, some shit that you ain't gonna be able to get out of is what I'm trying to say. I said that because if a parent has been, I don't know if it's sexually assaulted, molested, raped, I don't know which one it was, can't really tell, but any type of action, and they let their children be so free around anybody without showing a shred of like concern, you know that something is wrong there. Let me just say this. Could this be the same thing that was done to her? And when she didn't get her way, then the word came out. Could that be? Not saying it was, because I don't want to put anybody else's situation like it was nothing. But what I'm saying is that's what you could be in for. You don't know what you in for. You don't know how people think. You don't know what people do. These children are seeing devious and what's that word? Malicious ways from y'all. So they're learning things. So you don't think these kids can think of things? Boy, you need to go home and talk to your mama. No, no, no. You need to go talk to your grandmother or your grandfather or your great auntie or somebody and let them put some wisdom in your head. Because this young folk wisdom that you got is dumb. I don't know where you got it from or where you thought you got it from or who you think you is or what you think is. I don't care if you're in 17 movies and 15 shows. Dumb is dumb. Because the things you are doing is dumb as hell. And you're setting yourself up for some shit that you cannot. What the old folks saying, we're going to go to the old folks. We doing old folks saying, you writing your ass a check. No, you writing yourself a check your ass can't cash. That's what you're doing. Both of y'all. One, you're allowing your child to be extremely adult like. That's one. And then you are putting yourself in a situation trying to outdo a man who, hold on, this is what he's trying to do. He's trying to outdo a man who genuinely knows and loves the child because he has his own. And he knows how he wants people to treat his own. So he's going to treat hers like he wanted anyone to treat his. You feel what I'm saying? He knows what he wants another man to do to his child, how he wants another man to behave around his child. Buddy boy, you have no clue because you have no children. Your thought process is not parent like because you have none of your own in that instance. Meaning, now mind you, I'm not saying people without kids don't know. But if you don't have the caring or the concern of children on a regular basis, you're not going to understand these things, such as kids are going to the park, they're running around, they're playing, they're having a good time. Parents have an intuition. Okay, son, and this is speaking for experience. Son, get off those bleachers. I don't want you to fall and hurt yourself. Some say you're speaking it into existence. Some be saying you're being negative. No, that's a guy. No, that's the thing. What I'm doing is I know what could happen, so I need for him to stop doing it before it happens. It's like common sense, but concern. Son, stop jumping out of that bed, the bunk bed. Son, stop jumping out of them bunk beds. You feel what I'm saying? You know what's going. Son, stop running and playing in them rocks like that. You know them rocks and boulders is too big. It's just, son, stop running in that street. Stop hitting that corner in that street. Stop just riding that bike down that hill without seeing what's coming. It's like things that you're going to know and you're going to feel and you're going to tell and teach your children. So you cannot outdo that man because that man has that. He has that intuition. You know how they say a woman has an intuition when the man is doing wrong, whatever? Well, parents have an intuition. Parents feel things for their children. Have you ever heard what some people say? I knew something was wrong with my kid because my stomach was feeling funny or my head was hurt or I got really sick. If you don't have any children, and I know you don't have this intuition, sir, because you playing with a man's child. You playing with a man's child. What if you let me tell you. Let me tell you something. If me and you, we're never going to be together, but just say, for instance, if me and one of my dudes was together and one of my dudes played with my baby son the way that you were playing with that man's daughter, my baby son's father would have already knocked your ass off. And he's not even a violent man. He ain't gonna bust a grape or harm a fly. But what you ain't gonna do is play with his child. You feel what I'm saying? That's my baby's daddy. My youngest one's baby, my youngest one. My oldest one, oh, he got the red dot for your ass. You feel what I'm saying? He ain't gonna say nothing. He just gonna look at you, laugh, and in the playing process be plotting on your ass. So yes, everybody don't play with their kids like that. Anyway, all I'm saying to you, you could take heed or you could not. I ain't talking about nobody kids. I ain't talking about saying something about nobody kids. I'm talking about you being petty and playing with somebody's kids, their mental, their emotional state. You don't do that. You don't do that. I have nothing against you besides you just being a man in love, getting rolled on or whatever. But that right there makes me see you in a whole nother light. And I'm telling you, playing with kids, you get karma. So I'm done with you. You really mean nothing else to me besides you just. I'm proud of you. Glad you doing your thing over there in Hollywood or wherever you at. Do your thing. Big ups to you. But stop playing with that man's children. Stop playing with that man's child. Okay? And watch yourself with the other child. You, hey baby, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a long time. I'm just telling these folks this. It's just like, okay, she said, like I said, she said what the F she said. Okay, I'm not on that. I'm not here to crucify her, but I'm on here for the reason why she said it, where everybody else chooses to ignore the reason why she said it. And she said it meaning pay attention to it. If y'all think she said something wrong, think about why she said it. If y'all here to help that man, you need to stop this in ahead of time because his daughter is in the making of it. You feel what I'm saying? Because if she stay with old boy or if she don't stay with old boy, the baby girl is getting older and older. So she'll be doing the same thing that the middle girl is doing. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, that the oldest girl is doing. She'll be doing the same thing because this is what they see. Anything that the oldest girl does, the baby girl sees and is going to try to do. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about why this child is asked so many adult things, why this child is watching. So this girl is going to think that it is okay if her some boy that likes her or wants to show her affection thinks she's going to think it's okay if he grabs her and gropes her, whether it's at school, in the kitchen, or wherever. Come on, no, you have to teach these children respect, not grope, scratch your crotch in front of a camera, in front of millions of people. There's nothing cute about that. This is why she said what she said. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying anything. I'm saying should have said it different. Yes, we saying we already know that she's been crucified enough for that. But I'm talking about why she said it. You feel what I'm saying? These are children. So, with that being said, act how you want your children to respect themselves. My sons never saw no man coming in and out of my house, no men, different men coming in and out of my house. I could probably say maybe one or two. And my kids are 18 and 25. And when they did see them, they were not in my room. They were sitting on the couch, and they better not have said nothing to my children besides, hey, what's up? Unless I allowed it. You feel what I'm saying? They ain't got no business. Don't touch right now for my birthday. This is so sad. This is so sad. I still feel uncomfortable if someone tries to touch me in front of my 18-year-old son. I feel so uncomfortable. Like, hold on, wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. Back up. I feel uncomfortable. I feel very uncomfortable. I feel like you're intruding on my safety space. I don't even know what the heck it is, but it just doesn't feel good. So I could not imagine somebody grabbing my crotch or squeezing my butt or doing this stuff in front of my children. I just could, I, man, I couldn't even imagine how I would feel. It's like the cringiest feeling in the world. Then I couldn't imagine my children seeing this stuff on a regular. You feel, okay, there is a thing of good affection, and I'm going to call it, for a lack of a better term, trifling affection. Okay, it's all good to give them a hug and a kiss on the cheek or them see you kissing and hugged up all the time. Okay, that lets the kids know that affection is okay. You know, showing affection is okay. But here's where the other stuff comes. Always grabbing on your butt, grabbing on a cooch, talking nasty. Now your kids hear this and they see this. You feel me? And in growing up, you know that this is how a lot of young men are growing up already because of what they've seen and what they've been exposed to. So now your child is going to think it's okay for her to be standing at her locker and some um random dude come grab her. You know what I mean? Oh, he just crazy. No, it's disrespectful. It's disgusting. It's cringy. It's sexual assault and sexual harassment is what it is. Those touches are not supposed to be unless you allow them to. So you're not you there's some things you just got to be careful with your children. Your man it we can't let me say I said something earlier, but at the end of the day I cannot be a judge on how long it takes for a child to feel comfortable enough to be all up under some random man. I just can't. But what I am going to say is this. You don't know him. He was in your child room at 3 o'clock in the morning. And you was on top of him at 4. Obviously, the child had a problem with it because she mentioned it on live. And to me, the way she said it was not a happy way. And you being giddy as fuck as you and I was on time. Come on, man. Listen to your children. That is first of all, your children's room should be off limit to anybody that you screwing on. You're not married to him. He can pack up and leave any day. Anybody. The only reason why they were on limits to your spouse because he was your spouse. 2, he had a child as well, and he deeply, deeply loved his child, and he believes that you don't do to others. You doing to others as you want them to do unto him. So I believe, me personally, know that he treats other children how he wants people to treat his child because most good parents do because we don't want any kind of karma coming back on our children. Hey, Bradia, Shanika, Sonia, Sage in the city. Charlene been with me for a little while. That's just what I believe. I believe all good parents. Notice I said good parents because there are parents who don't give two shits in the fly about what their kid do. And everything they kid do, they think is funny. No, that's not funny. It's not cute for your 5-year-old kid to be cussing like a grown man or for your 5-year-old daughter to be popping it harder than you and dropping it and twerking and hunching the flow and doing all this other dumb stuff. No, that's why these little girls right now today, you can't tell if they 12, 13, 14, 15, 22, 25, 26, 28, 30. Hey, Sonia, you can't tell how old they are right now because they were not raised to stay in a little girl's place. They were raised sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. Oh yeah, come out here and show them how you do it. Go on and do it. And have you noticed that every dance contest that these little girls are in, they popping it and twerking it and doing all this stuff? This is why so many of our young women, one of the reasons why, have children at a young age. Notice I said one of the reasons why, because there are many reasons, but we're just going to say for this lack of my conversation, this is one of the reasons why. They have children at a young age. They are molested, sexually harassed, raped. Because, they spreading faster nowadays than they was back in my day. Now, mind y'all, I am 46. Okay? I am 46. And I told my mom and I told my kids, ooh, I am so glad that I grew up back then and not now. Because back then I had lots of boyfriends and they all liked me. If I was raised and going to school now the way that I was back then, I would have been the nerd over in the corner and where nobody had looked at me. Because I was tall and skinny. All I had was some boobies and a little booty. I didn't have no shape, no jiggle, no nothing. I should have been a model when I was younger, but I wasn't, and so what? That's all I had going for me is my height and my boobies. You feel? And oh, and them legs. Them legs was always thick. They wasn't big. They was just not thick. That's all I had. These girls now, let me tell you. Mm-mm. I, let me tell you. I don't think nobody who got a husband from back in the day would have had a husband that was back. You know what I'm saying? Because they can't tell the difference. And a lot of them are raised to have an old man, a sugar daddy that's gonna pay your bills and give you this, and that's how they raising them now. And that is so freaking sad, y'all. It's so sad. Instead of raising them how we were raised, no, get it on your own. Get out there, get a job. Don't matter if you're struggling or doing whatever. Do what you need to do to get it on your own. You know what I'm saying? That's how we was raised. Yes, we were raised that what we have between our legs is what a diamond in the rough. But we were taught that so that we did not allow people to just take it and take us for granted and use us all up until we loose as the ocean. You know what I mean? This is what we were taught. Not that we are better than anyone else. It's just that we are better for ourselves. You feel what I'm saying? We are queens for ourselves. We don't deserve to be because they know how people are. They knew. You know, oh gosh, it's hard for me to talk on this thing without looking like I be just looking at myself because I can't see nobody else because nobody on there be on there with me. But it'd be hard for me just looking at this ugly little thing that's on here. Um, I have so much I wanted to tell y'all about. So the next thing I want to go to, this is about. This is not about her saying what she wanted to say, but I just wanted to know. Does anyone know what the true definition or the true meaning of child alienation is? Alienating is. Let me tell y'all. Kevin did a live a day or so ago with the girl who was on live, and she caught her. With the boy, the husband. I was about to say boy, but the husband who was meeting up with the girl at the park, and then he had her on the live, and she said that she took the child from her husband because she wanted him to hurt like she hurt. Not saying that I'm okay. I was finna say not saying that she was wrong. Yes, she was wrong because the children did not do anything. The children is whatever. Um, we cannot do this, you guys. We all know this as a grown up. We know this, but we can't do this. And I'm sure there was people on her live telling her, "Oh yeah, you should take the kids from him. You should do this, and you should do this, and you should do this." This is what um our boy is going through. He is going through a case of severe child alienation. Every post that says something about him negatively about his children, every post that she has that man on there with her daughter. That's why he said to her, "Oh, because you've been taking her out of town with Jay with him." That's why he said that, because it was already a given that you're not supposed to do this. You know what I'm saying? Has anybody went to parenting classes maybe when they separated or for some reason or another? Hey, Aaron, you're not. That's just something that you're not supposed to do. You feel what I'm saying? You do not. Basically, what you're doing is forcing someone into your child's life to replace their parent, the other parent that's not there. And when I say forcing it, I absolutely mean forcing it. So if the courts feel like you are forcing it, Why do you think it's okay for you to bring man after man around your children just randomly? You feel what I'm saying? Okay, so we gotta roll with those things together. Why is it? Why do you think that that's okay for this man to be around any of your children this soon in your relationship? Because y'all break up, so to speak, kind of, sort of, however you want to say it, through Facebook. Y'all do y'all internet breakups every other week. So this week you love him, and then next week you love them, and then the next week it's all about him, and then the following week it's all about them. So now you got these damn children confused or either on a schedule of when they get some damn attention. Like, make that make sense. Stop bringing them around them. You just hold your horses. Just hold your horses. Um, I was listening to one of my favorite movies, Steve Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man by Steve Harvey. And he said, when is the best time for you to bring your children around, the man that you're dating around your children? The one thing that I did agree with him, he said, as soon as possible. Because if your children ain't feeling them or vibing them, you're wasting your time. No, that's the one thing that I totally disagreed with him. You should be able to know if a person is going to vibe with your children. There is um, a level of discernment in you, and a certain kind of way that they behave or they react or the things that they may say or do, that will let you know if this person has compassion, empathy, sympathy, or anything that's going to be good enough to be around your children. You know what I'm saying? You no, mm-mm. You don't have to bring no man, every man that you with, around your children as soon as possible to know if you and your child gonna vibe or not. That's just not how that works. Sorry about that. That ain't how that works. That's the one thing that I disagreed with him on. I don't care what professor, psychologist, or doctor or whoever say different. You ain't going around mine. Cause just cause you vibe with my children don't mean me and you vibe. You might be damn childish, hint hint, which is why you vibe with my children, and me and you don't vibe. So now I've introduced you to my children, not knowing the hell if I like you or not. Let me say this: if you raise your children correctly, meaning like children in a child's place, you have not that problem. Almost guaranteed. And I can't say 100%, but almost guaranteed you have not that problem if that man is the right man or if that man is a good man. You know what I'm saying? Because he already knows you have children, first off. So, rule number one of thumbs: if this man knows you have children and y'all talking for 3 months, y'all going out on dates or whatever for 3 months, and he knows you got some little kids. How many you got? How many you got? Hey, Lovey, Clark, Diva, Bellas. Those are the only ones I didn't say hi to. Okay, and he know you got some children, but y'all together for 3 months. Ladies, peep this. Rule number one. How many times did he ask you how was your children doing? If it's anything less than 10 in a 3-month period, drop him. Especially if you've seen him more than 10 times. He ain't no good. Got to go. 2, if every damn weekend he wants you to come do something dumb and don't know if your children need you or if you're going to be with your children or do you guys have anything planned, drop him. Because he could care less about your children. He just want what the hell he want. If y'all go out to eat Okay? Then mind you, y'all 3 months. This is 90 days in when you're supposed to be giving up the cookie compared to the book. Y'all go out to eat all the time or whenever the time or whatever. And during y'all dinner, he doesn't take the time to say, hey, how are the kids? Have they eaten? Do you want to take them a little something? We could stop at McDonald's or wherever we need to go to get them something. I don't care if he ain't got no money. He can say off the dollar menu. It does not matter. You feel what I'm saying? Long as he's thinking about those children with you. You feel me? He's not required to, but those are some things that women need to think about when dating men. A man who wants you all to hear himself is definitely not a man that you need to be with when you have children. A man that wants to be with you should be willing to share you with your children. And that is so damn sad because it should be the other way around. You feel me? He needs to be the man that wants to be with you needs to know that you are only available to him when your children are not in need of you. So if you go a month and you can only see him twice that month and he don't understand it, you need to get rid of him. He don't want you anyway. You can call me on the phone late at night when I put my kids in the bed. Come outside and sit outside my house after I put my kids in bed. Let's sit in the car and talk about some shit. You feel what I'm saying? Call me on video chat when my kids go to bed. If he cannot figure out a way to have time with you, knowing you have children, he ain't no good for you. No man should want to take you away from your children on a regular basis. Because guess what? Soon as y'all break up and you with him all the time and not your children, the first thing you going to say, you ain't no good mom anyway. You don't even take care of them children. You don't never be at home. That's the first thing he going to say to you. Gonna talk about you like a dog. You ain't never at home to cook for them kids. You always got them kids with somebody else. Baby, let me tell you, yes, the world is cruel, and no matter how much and how good your loving is, when he mad at you or y'all break up, that's the first thing he gonna say. And guess what? He ain't lying. He would know because he took all your time. He took all your time. Trust, people be looking at you, think you know. This is the thing. When I was younger, I had my mother, but my mother has been married for many, many years. You feel what I'm saying? So my mother never had to go through this dating crap or this stuff, whatever. If I had had someone to tell me the information that us as elders or older people can give to the younger women or the younger generation, do you know how much better some of the younger women would be if they open up to listen, opposed to just trying to say, oh, she just trying to tell me what to do. I ain't got to listen to you. You're crazy. You just mad and bitter. No, baby, there is not a part of me that's bitter because I am 46 and I have lived my life. My children are grown. I'm just trying to stop you from bumping your head like I had to bump mine. You feel me? Why bump your head when somebody can tell you to go around that damn tree stump or whatever? But they don't look at it like that. They just see you as being old and bitter and you don't know. And girl, stop. Girl, bye. Boy, bye. Y'all need to listen to the elders opposed to just thinking that they're crazy. You know better. You know this. Because if you knew better, you would do better. Ain't that what the old? See, I'm hitting it with the old folks saying, hey Edward, Latrika, if y'all think of an old folks saying, put it in the chat, right? And I'ma say it on there. And then, we just gonna say it on there because it's the old folks chat. That's what they call us anyway. They call us old folks, right? Shoot. If I knew what I knew then, what I know now, let me tell you. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you. If you somebody tell me, if you knew something back when you were younger that you know now that you are older, at least 7 to 10 years later? What is it that you wish you had known 7 to 10 years ago from now? Mine is I wish I wish that I knew that even though I was raised, do unto others as you want them to do unto you, it doesn't work every time. I would not have given people chance after chance after chance after chance. You know what I mean? I would not have been just so free with my heart, or free, just I just would not have been free. I would have taken what I seen, what I know, and I would have stopped people from basically running over me, taking advantage of me, misusing me, mistreating me, or whatever. I would not have made some of the decisions that I made, hoping that people would treat me how I treat them. That's what I would have done then if I knew what I knew now back then. I was hoping Linda came in because I wanted her to know that I understand. I understand 100% what she was trying to say. Okay? She was, in my thought process, in my head, I'm going to go back to this. She was saying, basically, because you know how they like to take stuff and turn it all the way around, so let me break it all the way down to the basics of it. I feel that she was saying that a child should stay in a child's place. No young lady should be that far indulged in a mother's personal love life. No young children should see that much sexual um, touching interaction with the mother and her boyfriend or whatever. No young children should hear all the nasty things. Okay, good, Linda. Let me know if you want to come up, sis. And let me know if I'm not hitting what the things on the nail, or let me know if I'm not hitting it right. That didn't sound good, but you know what I mean. No young child should, hear all the sexual explicit things that's coming out of their mother's mouth. Yes, in the world, they're going to hear these things, right? But we as parents are there to teach these children that this is not something that you need to be saying, or you need to be doing, or you need to be practicing at a young age. I just need you to stay in a child's place. Yes, that's what people do when they get older. They see it on TV. Yes, that's what people do when they get older, but you don't need to worry about that. You don't need to be watching that. I don't need you to be up in that mess. Okay. Okay, Linda. I think I'm gonna send it to. I might have a better chance sending it to the inbox because I don't know if you can get it off of that. Let me know if you got it. If anybody else want to come up, just let me know. I don't have a problem with that. I should have said that a long time ago, huh? Like forever ago. Did you get it? Yeah. And then this is what I'm saying. I didn't like how everybody's like, who was this? The lady asked me today. So like I said earlier, Robbie, so you gonna say that that's not wrong, or did it? That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is, let me see what I said. I gotta be exact for what I said, because I meant what I said, because I said what I meant. I'm so stupid. uh, oh, I want to say thank you to Amber Michelle, because I was at work and Amber Michelle was on a tailbone today because I couldn't get to. I had sent it to your messenger, I think, in your messages. You want me to send? It's okay. I'll put it here. It's fine. I don't know if you can come on. I'm not sure. I don't know which one that's gonna bring you on, but it's there, baby. Whichever one to do. If y'all see it, y'all could use it too. It's okay. Okay, so she says, now, Robbie, why you trying to rearrange what that woman said about that woman kids? Do I need to put up a screenshot? Oh, I pushed the button. Of what she said. Um, Wait, there's so much on here. Hold on, let me find it. I want the one that I said that I responded to. Okay. Well, one thing I said, Sharon, I said, it's just okay, I'm trying to read past the word, certain stuff. I said, I'm addressing the why, which is what they don't want to come out. I'm addressing why she said what she said, which is what people don't want to come out, what people don't want to, that's what I'm talking about. She said what she said, but why did she say it? That's what people ain't looking at. That's what people want to pass over. And everybody, see, listen to this. Sometimes people are currently feeling obligated or entitled to certain things. So I said that meaning um, sometimes people feel like they can say what the hell they want to say because they gonna say what they gonna say was coming out their mouth because they grown and they can all this other kind of stuff, right? But don't expect for anyone else to have a reaction or an opinion about what they said. They want to be the only ones saying what they say when that's not how that works. You know what I'm saying? If someone says something, you can just best be sure there is going to be somebody somewhere who's going to say something back. You know what I'm saying? It's just how the world works. Now, just because you say something and you don't like the way someone else says something does not mean that they are wrong. Let's talk about why they said whatever they said. Is it because of what you said or what you did? So sometimes you need to check the person who it's been. I know, sis. I already know that. Already, she says, I know that, and that's why I'm here because everybody's saying they're so concerned about how you said it, but they're not paying attention to the why you said it, and the why you said it can help her and a lot of other young women in this world. First of all, she's an influencer. And when young girls all over the world see this type of behavior, come on, don't nobody else's kids need to be hot. Second, she's coming into counter with other children. So we're so concerned, I'm going to say his name. We're so concerned about Robert and taking up for Robert. But part of him is his baby girl, too. So if that child is seeing these behaviors and she's as grown and as outspoken and included on these conversations as often as she is, do you think that it's going to stop at her? No. It's going to go down to that baby girl as soon as she is able to respond or communicate or do whatever efficiently. You feel what I'm saying? How much has she seen? I saw one says, what do mommy want? And they weren't talking about to break the damn internet. And if they was, we turn around and we kiss them in the mouth. That's not appropriate for you to be asking that child when what you meant was not an innocent question. It was a sexual question. You feel what I'm saying? Especially with the behavior and the things that you guys were doing along with, with everything before it. So yes, baby girl, I understand exactly what you were saying, which is why I'm saying they're so concerned of how you said what you said, but not thinking about why you said it. So now they need to start thinking about why you said it. And that's what they need to be talking about. Talk about that. Okay, so now look how they got on you about what you said. But they didn't get on her them when Toya was, like I said, when Toya was on here crying, or when Sweet Mom was on here crying because what? Sweet Mom was, we was mad at Sweet. Come on, man. It's why you're doing the same thing she expects for everybody else to do. The little banana princess. She's not a princess. Right is right, wrong is wrong. You saw something that was detrimental to a child's upbringing and you spoke on it. Okay, if anything, they should have said this. You know what, sis? How you said it was wrong, but I understand what you were saying. So let's speak about what you were saying so people can understand what you were trying to say. You know what I'm saying? That's what should have been said, or that's what should have been done. Because there is a problem for an influencer to allow a child at such a young age to be so involved with all these vulgar and sexual acts and behaviors, and to be, dude, this is crazy. What got me, I cannot get over it and I could not unhear it. And I say this over and over and over again, and people just push it up under the rug. But see, that's how things happened back in the day. Everything was swept up under the rug. The little girl expressed him being in the room at 3 a.m. in the morning to pull some kind of prank. And then at 4 a.m. in the morning, they was doing the nasty. The mom and the dude was doing the nasty. I cannot unhear that. Had that had been me and my child and my family, boy, you would not have had anything to do anything else with, because that is off limits. At 3 a.m. in the morning when I'm sleeping, you in my daughter's room, you got to be on some shit that ain't legal. On that fizz fast, that fizz fuzz, that fuzzy wuzzy or something. Okay, hold on, let me see. Shanika, someone showed me a video or something, and I agree with what Linda was trying to say. People need to stop, because 9 times out of 10, they only hurt a little of the life. And that's exactly what she was saying. They only put out the little bit she said, but there was a whole conversation that went along with that. So she didn't just blurt that out. Come on, man. We ain't crazy. We ain't psychotic. She didn't just blurt that out. That was part of a conversation. And she explained it on Lupac's live what the conversation was. And of course, it's not going to be word for word, but I can understand where the conversation was and what it was heading to and what she was trying to express during what she said. And because anybody on Amora's live, you're not going to be able to keep your thoughts clear and 100 precise when it's an argument, because of how that shit goes. So, you know what I'm saying? You're just not. Didn't mean any harm about what I said. As me being a parent, a child needs to stay in a child's place. That's it. That's all. Point blank, period. But see now, instead of them focusing on that, they was more focusing on what you said, opposed to what you meant when you said what you said, because you had to say what you said for a reason. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. That's what no one is. That's just like going to school. You focus on the words in the sentence in English, opposed to comprehending what the statement meant, what it's trying to say. You know what I mean? Opposed to you know. Oh, I can't even get it out. I'm like, okay. So, for instance, you got a sentence that said the lady's breast was cut off because of cancer. Okay, people and children, no, it's a children, let me put children, are so focused that the sentence said breast, the lady's breast, they forget about the whole thing, that the lady's breast was cut off because she had cancer. You feel what I'm saying? So that's basically what they did to you. Instead of listening to what was said, they were only focusing on the certain parts or whatever, and nobody even had it 100% correct, because they didn't hear the whole conversation. Girl, let me tell you, let me tell you, let me tell you, I'm trying to told you. Right there. When I had company, my kids stay out of grown people's face. So let me tell you, my 25-year-old, he was in college before I realized that he could play dominoes really, really good. And I said to him, and he used to play Adios Motherfucker, which was another game. And I said to him, why you ain't never tell me that you could play dominoes, or why you didn't come play with us? Because, most of the time it was just family or whatever. He said to me, he said, because you told me a child need to stay in the child's place, so I stayed out the way. And I couldn't do nothing but look at him like, what the hell? There was nothing I could say. I was stuck, like 100% stuck, because that is what I said, and that is what I taught him. And then here's another one I've received so much backlash for this one. So when my kids were growing up, my children were not allowed to speak to people, right? Meaning, if somebody came in the house, they just didn't say nothing. And they would come in there and say to my kids, you don't see grown folks, why you can't speak? And I told my kids, I said, he ain't supposed to speak. You walked in his house. If it was meant for him to say something to you, you would have said something to him. My children don't speak unless spoken to. Like, who the hell you talking to? Don't know. My kids ain't got to talk to you. You walked in their house. And for the most part, even if they walked in the house and I had company, let's just say they walked in the house, I had company. They gonna look around, see who in there, and keep on going. They ain't saying nothing because it ain't their place to say nothing. They coming in, they going straight to their room, or they going in the kitchen to get whatever they gonna do, or wherever they gonna do, they gonna go do what they gotta do and get on about their business. You wanna know? You wanna know why? Because that's how I was raised. It was not my duty to be up in my mama's and my daddy's friends' faces and be talking to them unless they called me to they used to have me always to come in the house and do Hillary from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. They said I was like the country valley girl, because where we lived at was country. So I used to always have to come in the house and be Hillary. Like, oh my God, I was like, y'all killing me. And then my other thing was I had to sing cheating in the next room. Yeah, it was something else. But at the end of the day, guess what? I never spoke unless I was spoken to. I didn't just jump in my parents' conversations. Heck no. It wasn't even finna happen like that. My mama might have backslapped me, knocked me down, I'd be toothless or something. My mama didn't play. My mama did not play. Mm-mm. She wasn't playing with me. Not at all. So that's Linda made a very valid point, and people should be encouraging the young lady, because I'm going to say just out off of behavior. This is not factual, but this is just off of her behavior, the mother's behavior. She had to be the center of attention. I could foresee her that if she came home and there was company in the house, she would go cop a squat on daddy's lap or right next to daddy or whatever. You know what I mean? Be right there in the middle, butt in. And I've been talking to parents, and I'm talking to the parents. And I can't even talk to the parents because the child has more to say about this conversation that has nothing to do with the child than the mama. And I'd be like, I can't even talk to a parent person like that. I'm like, okay, well, I just can't do it. Mm-mm. If I'm talking to you, that's different. But if I'm trying to have a grown ass conversation and this 10, 11, 12-year old keep jumping in the middle of my conversation, telling me some unwanted information, I got a whole problem with that. Now, there's a time and a place for it. I've even had people where if me and the person is talking and the child wants to add something to our conversation, more than likely doesn't have anything to do with the conversation, and sometimes it does. the parent would actually stop and, what's the word I'm trying to say? And encourage the child to speak. Um, and they think that that's a good thing. And I understand that you're never supposed to shut out your child's thoughts and opinions, but there's a time and a place for it. It's not in every conversation that an adult's having. If that conversation has nothing to do with that child's supposed to shut the mouth and his mouth, shut his or her mouth and get on. That's why people are so damn messy today, because they was learned and okayed with being all up in grown folk business when they was children. You feel what I'm saying? You see how the shit roll down the street, roll down the hill. Lord, Lovie said, I agree with Miss Linda. I had a mama like Brianna. She brought me in her house, and these men tried messing with me. Exactly. How do you know that somebody won't put something in your drink and go mess with your child and say, well, I thought you liked me. Oh, you don't like me? No, I'm not going to talk to you. No, there are so many different ways that people can manipulate a child. Well, I'm not going to come around no more since you won't. You never know what people do. There are so many ways that people can manipulate a child into getting what they want and doing what they want, and tricking the child not to say something. One thing a parent should oh shoot. One thing a parent should always express to a child. And let me tell you, the reason why I'm saying this is because I actually had a neighbor, and her mother had not had this talk with her before. And she asked me to, oh, I did not say that. I am sorry to hear about that, Lo, because that's real messed up. I am really glad that you overcame that. And I know that if you have children, you are super, super overprotective. I know you is. Thank you. Thank you. Baby, by why I didn't have men around my girls, I had to meet them at his house. I'm trying to told you. She too busy trying to hurt that, and that's exactly why, and not putting her children's well-being first. Because and the thing that I don't understand the most, see, yeah, I thought so. The thing that I don't understand the most is, after being a victim of um, any person, whether it's male, female, or other, after being a victim of rape, sexual assault, sexual harassment, or whatever the case may be, how you are so loose with your children when this has happened to you. I don't understand. That's the thing that I don't understand. I have boys. I have boys. And I still was very overprotective of my children. You know, I could tell y'all some stuff. I could tell y'all some stuff. Let me tell you. I know a lady who, let me get this right. Let me just say this. The sexual, it's not harassment. Um, the petty, I guess. Okay, I don't even know what to call this, but I'll just say this. The sexual incest in the family was so deep that I know a lady who had sex with one of her close relatives. Her daughter was having sex with one of her close relatives. Different times, same time, together. And this person that they were having sex with is now extremely close to the mother's other children and the daughter's daughter. So the mother's oldest daughter was touched and had sex with, and currently as an adult having sex with him. So it's the mother and the daughter that's having sex with him, those two. The mother has other daughters who have just hit of age, who are extremely close to this one person. And then the daughter of the mother, the first daughter who was having sex with him, has a daughter who's extremely close to him, to the point where the person used to get mad because the mother was taking her little girl to go see one of her little boyfriends for play dates and stuff. Like he was really getting mad. Like he don't need to be taking that little girl over there. Da-da-da. Like, why is it any concern of yours? You already screwing her mama and her grandma and probably her auntie. So why are you worried about what she doing? You know what I mean? And people don't see this as being wrong. People didn't, man, this, when I tell you this shit is crazy, it's like like sick crazy. And it's, I promise you, it's 100% true. My kids always came first, and they're grown now, and they still come first in my life. That's what I was saying. That's why I was saying I feel funny if somebody touches me in a specific way in front of my sons. And my boys is grown, 24, 25, and 18. And I still don't like to be touched in front of my kids. You damn sure can't grope me or crotch me or titty top me in front of them. You might get slapped, just from a reaction. So now that I have put this shit a different way, yeah, Valerine, I'm telling you, this is a true story. 100% true. Put it on my kids is true. And I don't put nothing on my kids. The story that I just told you about the mama, the daughter, the mama's other daughters, and the daughter's a daughter, all girls, yes. When I tell you this shit is true, yes, that's true. Not to mention, let me tell you, it's some shit going on in that family that's sickening. That's really sickening. It's really sickening. I won't disclose who the family is because it's not my place to disclose who the family is, but I can tell you some shit about it. And it's sick. And they just walk around and do it like it's just normal. It's normal. It's like a normal day. Everybody knows about it. Nobody's surprised. And I'm gonna tell you, me, I'm petty. When I say I'm petty, I want to see what I see because I want to see if this shit is real, right? So I'm like, for real? Let me see. Yes, there is actual video of this shit. So when I say this stuff is real, it's real. Yes. How could you, man, let me tell you. So, ah, let me tell you. That's the story that I said I was going to tell y'all. That story goes even deeper. Let me tell you, that's one of them stories I got to tell y'all after dark looking ass. That's the story. That's a story for you right there. I'm going to tell y'all one day. It might be on my Lost City Girl page though. Hey Beverly. Thank y'all for tuning in. Beverly, we over here we over here talking about why. The why in it. Everybody wanna get on this lady for stating the obvious. You feel what I'm saying? But they don't want to go into why it was said. So we just had to go into why it was said. Guess why we did? We went into the why it was said to protect the other children. Because maybe, even if she did not know it was wrong, maybe she will hear this and say, oh, I didn't know this was wrong. Let me stop. Because to think about it, this might be some of the behavior that led to what happened to me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what type of people? Dang, Lovie, I'm so sorry. I've suppressed a lot of pain. You know what? We do that and we block it out to the point. And then something that may have nothing to do with it will trigger it. And we can have a whole story of time, about that whole situation, and all these things come up, come up, come up, come up, come up. But what I will say is this: if you don't feel comfortable saying it to someone else, record yourself by yourself and then go back and listen to yourself. Record yourself by yourself and go back and listen to yourself, which is some of the advice that I give to some women about when they're hurt. I tell them to write it out, not like a journal. Everybody can write in a journal. Oh, no, no, no. I want you to write this shit like it's a paper for college or like a professor, and you have to turn it in for a grade and you want an A on it. So you write it out and you go back and you check it, and you add in what needs to be added in, you take away what needs to be taken away, you put quotation marks, explanation points, periods, you do all of that. You know what I mean? You write this paper like it's for a grade when you're angry, and that way it gives you a chance to look at it. And then in between looking at it, what happens is you'll see your faults and the things that you did to either cause it or not cause it. You might have said, well, this is when it started and this is what I did. And sometimes it will say, dang, this person is really psycho. I need to get away from them because this is nothing for them to do this. Or it might say, dang, I did all of this for nothing because of this, and I only did this because if I did this and I didn't want, you know what I mean? It just helps you look through it, because a lot of times we can write stuff and we know what we wrote, but we never go back and critique ourselves of what we wrote. And that's very important that we do that. When you don't need nobody else to check, it's something that you do yourself. Yeah. Like I go back and listen to some of this stuff and I'm like, dang, what did I say? I was dumb when I said that. Oh, I sounded dumb as hell. So yeah, I got lost on that. I just lost that whole point. You know what I mean? That's not what I meant to say. So yeah, we are our hardest judges. And we don't need anyone in our life that judge us more harsh than we judge ourselves. So if you have someone in your life judging you more harsh than you judge yourself, you probably don't need them in your life. When I say judging, I mean about your insecurities, basically. But anyway, let me see. Yeah, my life is full of triggers, right? I understand. He don't have any respect for her or her kids to be doing that in front of them. Absolutely, which is something that she needs to look at and decide, is this, I mean, we already know he ain't got no respect for her because of the things that he writes under her lives when she's speaking. You understand what I'm saying? Who writes some of these things in a live when you're an influencer and you're supposed to have all these thousands of hundreds of millions of people on your lives, and all these people are looking at them, and you write certain things underneath them? This is just something that you don't do. There's no respect there. There is no respect. Let's just put it like this: it is selective respect. No, that's not. That's like selective hearing. Like, I will decide when I want to respect you. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna respect you every day. I ain't gonna respect you on everything. I'm gonna respect you when the hell I want to respect you. Oh, something else I want to say, but let me read this real quick. She puts her kids in a bad situation because the way she dresses and acts, as if it's okay, bringing men so comfortable around her kids, not knowing they are watching when she think they aren't. Absolutely. Because, oh, who says, I mean, who sees more than we see is our peeking kids who turn their head and act like they can't see. They also hear more than we hear. You feel what I'm saying? Because they definitely got selective hearing. Yes, I have a journal, but I want to write a book. maybe it'll help someone. Absolutely. And while you writing your listen, while you writing your journal, get you a stapler and get you another piece of paper and just go back through some of your journal entries. Just try it on one. Go back through it and read it. And anywhere you see something that you forgot something or you want to add something, put a number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on that piece of paper that you staple to the back of that, uh, add insert 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's how you gonna come up with your book. And I'm telling you this because this is what I was supposed to be doing, but I just don't want to do it. I'm just lazy. I ain't got time for that because my work schedule is so hectic, and then I got my fibromyalgia. So when I'm off work, I just want to lay down. So yes, that's how you get that book, and before you know it, your book gonna be done. Yes. Okay. Beverly Harris. Okay, I read that. I think they aren't. They definitely read. Yes to move. Wait. Yes to move him. Come on now. Yes to move him in her house that quick with those girls. Girl, ain't no way. Ain't no way. If my man, let me tell you, how many of y'all grandma would have grabbed y'all by y'all neck and wrung y'all neck no matter how old you was? Ooh, baby. Listen to the music he plays when her kids are in the car. He young and childish. She just going along for the attention. I actually think she can do better than him. He's not cute and he actually looks like his breath stinks. Ah, okay, so I think he got salmonella poison the way he was playing with that chicken and not wiping off what he needed to wipe off. How you gonna cut some put some chicken on a cutting board and put your bell peppers and shit on there and cut? Come on, man. Acting like you washed that chicken good and all that damn lemon. That ain't how you wash chicken and lime juice. Anywho, um, y'all gonna get me started. And go empty that damn trash, boy. Ain't no way you a man. You supposed to be on live with your trash can that full and you still putting stuff in it. At least get another bag and sit it by the trash can. Oh Lord, see, I'm not doing this with y'all. Y'all gonna stop. Y'all gonna stop. Mm-mm. And why when you on live, you always scratching your nose like you be ready to pick in your nose, but you stop yourself? Have y'all noticed that he always playing with them damn nostrils? Not the nostrils, but the nostrils. Okay, but I'm gonna stop that. Okay, but check this out. Speaking of which, we was talking about the respect thing. The day they went to that concert, I think that was the most uncomfortable that woman has been in her lifetime. She will never admit it, but I think she was so damn uncomfortable because I have never in all my years seen that woman wear no jeans and no what them is, Air Force Ones, what them is, whatever them is, and the shirt covering up everything. Even though she was fully covered, she felt it appeared to me that she felt more uncomfortable than she did in her G string. Forces, them things, yeah, forces. Than her G string or her thong in the Bahamas or whatever. And it was like, why are you forcing her to wear something? Because that's not even how she dresses. And then, yeah, because they dirty because she wear them all the time. And then you're forcing her to wear this shit for what? So you can eyeball and put other people in your camera view when you looking. You know what I mean? You acting like you showing her, but you got a whole nother broad in the camera. Nigga, turn your camera over. You didn't. There was no reason for that other woman to be in your camera view. You know what I'm saying? There was no reason for that. It was just, let me tell you, she likes the disrespect because she left a man who did not disrespect her and went to somebody who do. I don't know why a man would have been around my I don't know why a man would have been around my daughter, and I only have one and a stepdaughter. I was very overprotective about mine. Thank you. Thank you. And this man be taking them kids by himself. She be leaving them kids with that man. Like, come on, who does that? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. First of all, ain't no way. Cause so that picture where he was on there driving crazy in the car. Remember when they went when okay, so here go how it went. So you remember when Lydia and Robert was pretending like they were in uh Florida at that one bar or whatever. Y'all remember that, right? And then the next thing you know, um her and Juvenile was in Florida. And then the next thing you know, she was talking about he put a hit on her and all this other kind of stuff. But first he was pretending like he was in LA or whatever. And then he was flossing the Rolls Royce and moving to the side so you can see the RR on there, relax and relax, the RR on the back of a thing. And the baby was sitting in the back seat, right? She was not in the car. Why? That was earlier on. That wasn't even now. That was way up then. Why was that man anywhere with your child without you? Like, I'm not understanding that one. Somebody got to tell me something on that one. That part I don't understand. Somebody got to tell me. I'm sorry, Robbie. I don't watch her. No, yeah, no. This is just what they've been. This is I can't watch her anything. Every blue moon, I'll scroll through and because it comes up on my timeline still, and I might see something and I click off or whatever. But as far as watching, I only really see what's put in the groups and stuff when I'm in them. Because lately, for the since all that shit happened to me, I haven't really been on like I was at first. Sorry, I don't watch her. I haven't watched her since she lied on the husband saying he had a gun. I listen to all the content creator. That's how I know stuff. Exactly. That's the best way because they going to break it down. One way or the other, they going to break it down. I bet she have thrown him. Girl, if she ain't, just go wipe them off. Get a wet wipe and wipe them off. That's all you got to do. But she probably don't know how to take care of tennis shoes because she don't really wear them since she got herself how she wanted to be. What's the purpose of you paying that money and working so hard to get your body how you want it to allow a man to put you in some damn jeans, this bell bottom jeans, and a shirt that's covering up your perfect belly? You barely had your, whatever. I know they say that's how you should be dressing when you go to your kids' schools and to your PTA meetings and shit like this. You went out on a night out with your man where all the other women was dressed to kill and you know what I mean? Girl, do you. Don't let a man ever put you in nothing you don't want to wear. You said your ex used to tell you what to wear, but baby, you was way more provocative with him than you was that night. You had on more clothes that night than you all together when you was with your husband. I'm stupid. I said she had more clothes on that night at that 50 Cent concert than she had in the all 6 years when she was with her husband. Like, and you can tell she was uncomfortable. She was very uncomfortable, just her behavior. I have never seen that woman that uncomfortable before. Not even when she went on stage and on the things when she was with the other ladies of substance. I haven't even seen her that uncomfortable with them because she had on what she wanted to have on. She was dressed how she wanted, how she felt comfortable. She was really uncomfortable. But I've been saying it for a long time. I've always said on any live that I had to say about that young lady, I said, you deserve better. This is before the big Bree, little Bree situation came out. This is before the shit on the story came out. This is before I seen the messages about her wanting to break up with him because he's childish. This is before the daughter said he was childish. This is before any of that. I've always said that woman, regardless of the shit that she's going through or the shit she's taking Mr. Hampton through, she deserves better than that. I've always said that. Had she had a man that was better, or what she, better than that, she would have already gave up on messing with Robert. You know what I'm saying? But look what she's resulted to. You know what I'm saying? What she's resulted to is an immature ass man because he in a few TV shows, or a movie. This is what she has to deal with. So she's gonna continue to be miserable because hell, he young. He just hitting the spotlight. He just getting there. What do a lot of basketball players do when they first get their contracts and they travel all over the world and they do their thug thizzle? What do? They go hit it and make babies all over the world, right? That man doing the same thing. He is now, you have now made him known on Facebook to a small people amount of people, large amount of people, I don't know, however many people, is somebody. So with that being said, his fame is just now really starting. And you have 4 children at home that you cannot just drop and move around every time he moves. So sister girl, I don't know what you're gonna do. What you gonna do if all this time you've been dropping your kids off like at the dime of a hat to be with him all this time that you've been with him these couple of months, and you see what still happened? What you think gonna happen later? You can't make that boy no house cadet. That he ain't no house nigga. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no house nigga. You might have got him for a little bit of time here or there, but he ain't no house nigga. Stop focusing on him and focus on your children. Undo the damage that you have done to them babies. Undo the damage you have done to them babies. That's all I'm gonna say about that part right there. Cause baby, you done some damage to them babies. Them poor babies. Mm, 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 mm. That's so sad, y'all. And nobody's perfect. Y'all know that, right? Ain't nobody perfect. I made mistakes as a parent growing up. I did some fuck shit as a parent when I was growing up. Everybody has. But what I'm saying is this: you can't listen to everybody, but you should at least take into consideration some of the things that are being said about the things that you're doing jacked up. You know what I'm saying? Um, Marcel, Marcel says she's a high risk, hazardous fool because ain't no way a caring mother gonna have a new man that fast in front of those kids, especially girls. Shaking my damn head. She's a super ratchet ass. No other way to say it. Either that or mentally challenged, severely mentally challenged. I know some people that are mentally challenged. Let me say that. With kids, okay? And they ain't even like that. So I apologize to the people that are mentally challenged because that was like a cut down to them. Because trust me, they not even that damn slow in the head. I apologize to them so much. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. I can't even say she's mentally challenged because I know some mentally challenged women and children with their kids, and they don't even do some of this shit. You know what I mean? They don't even. Hmm. Well, yeah. When I say fuck shit, I mean Just normal stuff. Because at the end of the day, we all do something. Not no sick shit like giving our kids Tylenol to put them to sleep so we can go to the club or let no man. No, 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 not that kind of shit. I ain't talking about that kind of shit. That's just sick. Now you might give them some Tylenol because they sick and they need to go to sleep. But to leave the damn house after you give them some stuff like that, oh no, 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 no. Ain't no way. Or they got a fever and they need to go to sleep because they don't feel good. You know, the normal, what it's for. But okay, so let's just say this. Okay, I can't tell what they are in, but it sounds like something has to do with hospital administration, not management, just administration. Um, so I'm going to say, just based on her relationship with Robert, he said she was his secretary. So she had all the information. She did the taxes, she did that. So I'm going to say that her filing and her organization, computer skills or paperwork skills is on point because she was able to get that shit so he couldn't get it. I know that's wrong, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just had to make light of that. He was able to get that shit so he didn't get it. You feel what I'm saying? He ain't have no access to it. She was able to keep that. And then she was able to run that shit back when she needed it. And look at this. And look at this. And look at this. Oh yeah. But you know what? A person that can only use things for devious reasons is a person with no substance at all. So you said that right, Lovey. You said that 100% correct. No substance at all. If all you can use is your stuff for vindictive or devious or dirty reasons, you mean nothing to this world. Your education and your degrees and whatever it is that we have, if all we use them for is to do people bad, steal, cheat, lie, devious, vindictive, we have absolutely no substance in the world, and the government has wasted a grant on the education if that's all we use them for. Could have gave that grant to a child who needed it. I'm gonna tell you. Oh, I was about to say something. I'm glad I thought about that because I just did not want to say that. But I will say this. I said this before. Had she had chose to indulge herself into getting herself together and her children together, opposed to chasing behind the next come up, which is him, and trying to hurt her first come up, her main come up, her only come up, which was Robert, and indulge herself and those children. Do you know where she would be today? Can you imagine how powerful she would have been today had she had used this to come up? I'm not talking about the lie about the abuse and all that. I'm just talking about the pure separation. Just being her and moving along on her own as a single mother with 4 children. You know what I'm saying? She could have been absolutely amazing. But who you is cannot stay locked up forever in the chest. At some point that chest is gonna bust or somebody gonna open it with the key. So all the shit that she was hiding in that chest of who she is, it just it just ran over. Her cup run it over. The cup run it over. If his mom really liked her, she would have did a live. Another way to brag. I can't believe no one called the facts on her about the hot chips she gave her kids, talking about the girl. That's it. I'm trying to tell you, Trina. That's why I put that on my picture. That's exactly why I put that on my picture. That picture is from a little. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you exactly what that picture is from. I'm glad. Thank you. Let me pull it up. I am so glad you said that. That is very important. It says teen dies after attempting Hershey's own company's one chip challenge at school. Product to be pulled from shelves. Can y'all believe that? A kid actually passed away doing that challenge. And this is the thing. Somebody should have called her. She should have felt like crap if she had to call the doctors to come see about her grown ass man. And she had the audacity to put them kids on the live talking about they was okay. I could not imagine. I could not imagine. That is sick. What was the context? How many thousands of dollars did they get? How many? I just want to know how many thousands of dollars did they get for that contest? Oh, yeah, you seen that one on the news? Make that make sense. Them people that was on taking that contest, that one chip challenge shit, you could see the first one that I seen, the man was standing there and you could just see the right who won exactly. I don't know. You could John obviously the boyfriend did because he the one that got treated to the shopping sprees and shit. I didn't see the kids going on a shopping spree and shit afterwards. I didn't see no gifts on live for them afterwards. So I guess he the one that won. First, hold on, let me go all the way back. What the hell kind of mother makes a special individual book for a nicka? Notice I said nicka, Nicca, not GGCCA or ninja. And you ain't got one for each one of your damn kids. What the hell wrong with you? You would think that that would be the first thing that, if that's what you do and that's what you like to do and you specialize in children's books, you would think that before you write a children's book with a character that looked just like the little Bill with hair that you said was your ex-husband, Lil Bill. Have y'all noticed that? Did nobody say that? That Lil Bill character that was supposed to be him and her looked just like her ex with hair's character, Lil Bill, when they was talking about his Lil Bill. Looked the same to me. They look the same except for one got hair and the other one don't. Anyway, what type of mother writes a book for a man, a grown ass man who was mimicking and being funny style while reading it, and you don't write one for your children individually? Each one of them children should have had a book for themselves before you ever thought of writing one for a man. Like, what the hell? The hell? Why is the man being spoiled more than the damn children? That's enough. See, these are the things. These are the things that they should be asking about instead of worried. Come on, man. These are the things that people should be saying and asking about. Everybody want to come to the princess's rescue, but let's talk about this kind of stuff. You know, I'm not coming to the princess's rescue. I'm coming to bring some stuff out. The small things that nobody sees because we're coming to the princess's rescue and the princess is so great and so on, whatever the case may be. But what type of woman does that? You specialize in writing children's books. So before you think about writing each one of your 4 children a special book about why you love them so much, especially after this trying time that they went through, because not only did you go through this separation, they have, because remember, they were with that man. This man was their father, which was a stronger bond than, you could ever imagine. You showing all this. You let me tell you, kids sit there and they look at that. And I'm sure one of them kids probably thinking, damn, why he gets so much and I don't get nothing? Or why he gets so much and you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I wonder if them kids is thinking that to themselves. Why he always getting something and we ain't even, you know what I'm saying? Why he always get to go shopping and we don't? Why he always getting this and we don't? I'm wondering if them babies is just thinking of that. Yeah, she had the nerve to have the children read it as well. Baby boy read the book better than him and her. Right. Like, and they had to be there to watch him read it. This is something for him doing nothing. This is a just because gift, not a birthday gift, not a Father's Day, not a congratulations. This is a just because gift. A just because gift. But on Easter, you couldn't even dye no damn eggs for the kids. For their birthday, all I saw, what they say, what I heard was a damn computer. And somebody said that daddy sent it, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know that part. But this was a just because gift. What she say? Let me see. He had a girlfriend with no kids that he left her for. Yes, you know why, right? Hey, he go where it pay. He go where it pay. Right, he do come before the kids because he's the one that's getting spoiled like a kid. And then here's the saddest part. Let me tell y'all something. Let me break this all the way down. So I'm glad you said that. Now you remember when I was giving you the numbers of how you know if a man ain't right for you and all this other kind of stuff. How I disagree with Steve Harvey and all this other kind of stuff. Bing, 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 bing. You are doing all this shit for this man, and not once have you showed us or have anybody said anything about this man taking the initiative to go do a damn thing for your children. Unless only your children. All the things that he's getting should be going to the children. So this man is so selfish. To me, that's what I say is selfish. He's accepting all these wonderful things in front of the children and laughing and giggling, and he's happy and roping and touching and feeling on and loving on. And not once have he thought to go buy the kids just something just because. Hey, let me go buy you this thing because you like this. Let me go buy you a new game so we can play the game together. Let me go do this. So, let me buy you a baby doll, little mama, because you like dolls. Let me go buy you some fake jewelry or fingernails or something because you like to play dress up or makeup. Nothing. 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 Are you really teaching your daughter how to be a trick? A sugar mama? And for those of you who want to do whatever, I said, are you teaching her how to be? I didn't say she was, because she's not anything yet. But I said, are you really teaching her how to be a sugar mama or a trick? Because that's what you playing. You playing a fool. You playing a fool. But you know what? Big ups to you, B. Because I understand what you're doing. You're doing him the same way you were trying to do Mr. Hampton, but Mr. Hampton was too much of a man to continue to accept this bullshit. He told you, don't worry about it. You just take care of you and the kids, and whatever you make is for you. I got everything around the house. See, that's the difference. So, that's what you call for going from sugar to shit. And he ain't about shit. That's what you call that. Yeah, she knew he had a girlfriend. 100% knew and thought it was funny when the girlfriend went to jail because she wanted to know what happened. She probably was doing the same thing for him. She probably was taking care of him, and she probably was, doing all this stuff for him. And she probably was pissed off, like, wait, hold on, wait a minute. I done did all this kind of shit. What's going on? Which is probably why she went to the house knocking on the door. And because he wasn't a damn man, he wasn't man enough to end it respectfully. That's what he allowed. That's what I see. That's what I feel. Because you could have went outside and talked to her and tell her, look, me and my girl in the house, it's over between me and you. Please stop coming back to the house. Or you could have did the shit prior to her coming to your front door. But people don't think. People just think everything is so cute. All this stuff, people playing with people's feelings and emotions is cute. She buying him thinking that it's going to keep him, but that don't make a man love you. No, because guess what it does? All do you know how men talk about certain kind of women with their homeboys? We already know how. Look at the video when they was in New York, how he was talking about it to his homeboy. So I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Hmm. I'm just saying. Like somebody got to make it make sense. Oh, thank you. Oh, you wait. Oh, you love the conversation? I'm just trying. I'm just trying, y'all. Look, this is what I say. This is what I tell all the kids. I'm just the old woman just trying to tell y'all something. Y'all ain't got to listen to me, but I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you I don't make the same mistakes I made because bumping your head just don't feel good. Bumping your head don't feel good. She went from EBT to BET. Exactly. And who took her there? ROBERT. Absolutely took her from EBT to BET. And I had wrote down a note. Oh, y'all want me to come on more? I be coming on, but don't nobody be on here. I be out talking to one person sometimes. Um, let me find my notes. I had wrote down some stuff that I wanted to tell y'all about. Cause y'all know I be having, sometimes I be sitting here and I just be writing down stuff, but I never come on and I just be like, oh, that's too old. I ain't gonna talk about that. But I wanted to, let me see. Let me go to it. Let me find out. Oh, I want to say this. How do y'all, wait, okay. How am I going to start this off? So this is something that I wanted to say. What type of dude does this? How you a man and you accept, however the word goes, the props, false props, not false prophets, but false props. Y'all know what that means? Thank you, Valerine. I'm so glad you are. I used to be on here a lot. I did. I used to be on here a lot. I used to stay up for 24 and 36 and so many hours on here. And then I had got sick and I was going through a lot of stuff and I was on where I had to lay down and no stress, no nothing for a couple it was ugly. And then I was off for about maybe 3 weeks. I came back and then I went off again. And then it was like it's so like right now there's so many different people that are doing lives and so much stuff going on. The way that I am is a whole lot different than everybody else. So I wasn't on it with a lot of the drama and the bull, just a lot of the stuff like everybody else does. So I wasn't interesting to people. But there are some who are kind of upset with me because I was off because they do like the way that I am, opposed to But everybody that's on is good. Everybody has their own thing. I just choose to do stuff a little bit easy, I guess. Yeah. So so wait, let me tell you. So what do y'all think of a man that accept false props? Y'all know what false props is? Because I know I could be using it different. Let me tell y'all, we're going to talk about that. Oh, thank you. Yeah. So most of the time when I know that I'm coming on, that's what I do. I always try to put that out. Uh, False props are uh, accepting, oh, what I'm talking about. Oh, he put me on. Oh, he put me in places that you couldn't do it. If it wasn't for him, this is what it. What type of nigga do you think that is that accepts that? And notice I say nigga. What type of nigga you think that is that accepts that? Like who does that? What type of dude are you? You know you ain't did squat for this woman besides make her sit in a green room or at a table by herself or at the back of the audience behind the cameraman, and you are literally accepting the fact that she says that you've done all the stuff that her man, her husband, because they still married, ex-husband, husband, whatever, has done for her. Like y'all have nothing unless you're using him. Get back on that pillow. Get back on that pillow. Y'all have nothing unless you're using his name or causing drama in his, in his, whatever you call it, his little circle, his little square. I see my sister and hey sissy, how are you? It's like that's my sister right there. So it's like yeah, what I just I'm just like it's he's an opportunist. My 13, when my son was 13, he taught me about that word. He's 25 now, but when my son was 13, he taught me about an opportunist. But it's like you are a garbage ass nigga. I can't even downgrade NIGGAs. I have to call you an NICCA. Y'all know that. You are not good enough to even be a NIGGA because some of them pretty damn hard. But anyway, I don't even know what I was saying besides you're garbage. You are such garbage. And I listen at the way she just gives this man all these props like he did this and he did this for, and you ain't done nothing. Oh, yes he have, y'all. Yes he have. Let me stop lying. I gotta stop lying, y'all. Yes, that's one thing. That's the one thing he did for her. Hit them pockets. But hold on. He also did do something for her, y'all. We got to give him his props, y'all. He helped her get a modeling gig in the garage or the school auditorium for his cousin and him and the other dude that looked like they was in some kind of relationship together or something. Y'all forgot about that, right? And I honestly said, "Oh yeah. You forgot about that. Yeah, we forgot about the McDonald's." I actually said she, her face in one of them, the way that they put the makeup on her face in one of them was she looked better without makeup because however they made her face up, it just wasn't. It just didn't look good. And I guess they had to down makeup her. I don't know if that's the right term, to make her fit in with those homey dresses, because them dresses look like something my great grandma would have worn or that they did wear. Some of them was cute, but they was not her. You know what I mean? They did not fit her. Mind you, this is my opinion and my thought process, y'all. Me. Just mine. It's not for everybody, but I just don't think that those, whatever. Anywho, yes, he did allow her to help her, allow her, I'm trying to figure out the right words, to get into his cousin's or his family member's fashion show in the garage or the auditorium of a school or whatever that situation was that she was so excited about, and they didn't even know her name. And then don't forget, uh her hairdresser was getting her into, was it the BET words that she was invited to and was supposed to walk the red carpet to? But on live, her hairdresser told her just come. She was gonna get her in or something like that. I don't know. I can't remember, but it wasn't no invite. Whatever. Y'all remember that. Y'all remember that. So anyway, I said that to say this. The only thing that he has done for her, she got to go in the green room of something, or a waiting room, whatever it was a small room, and she was in there by herself, I believe, on her phone. And then she got to sit at a table by herself while he was hopping around meeting all these people that he never introduced her to. And then this is not in any chronology, this is not in any order. And then she was at the back of a TV show. Hold on, I'm gonna get y'all with this. At the back of a TV, what wasn't a TV show? Was an interview. She was at the back of the room, and when the girl, if I'm not mistaken, and when the girl said something to him on, was it Twitter or Instagram? It was one of the it wasn't Facebook, on one of the sites. She had to make it known and reply back to the girl. She was cutting it off at the knee. Red flag, red flag. Um, so where am I? Okay, so the square room, the table by herself, the back of the TV show, behind the cameraman standing up, uh, his cousin's fashion show, not even a star model. Oh, maybe she was the star model for the what was it, the Fanta sodas or the soda pop dress. I think it was a soda pop dress, but she was in two of them. Um, I forgot what else. What else he done for her in the McDonald's? Is that all, y'all? I can't remember. Maybe I'm missing something. Oh, the 50 Cent concert, y'all. We got to know the 50 Cent concert. Yes, the 50 Cent concert, y'all. We got to give him up on the 50 Cent concert. Cause Robert only went to the Beyonce concert. But shoot, they went to the 50 Cent concert. Stand up only at the 50 Cent concert. Cause his feet was hurting afterwards. I did see that. I know hers was too, and then what them things is, not Air Force One. Somebody told me what they was. Whatever they was. Oh no. What they is. I'm going back up to see what they was. The Maxes? No. Oh no. Whatever kind of shoes them was, he got forces, yeah, Air Force Ones that he got her wearing. That's it. We all know she paid the 50 for the 50 Cent concert. Like for real. Well, she's okay, so uh it appeared that, see, there was two things that was bought. I think the promise ring and a bracelet is what they showed, I believe. Mm, that he was supposed to have bought her. Yeah, that's what they said. He bought her. Well, that's what was supposed to be a promise ring and the bracelet because everybody thought that the promise ring was the same ring that her husband had got her. But honestly, that don't mean it wasn't something she bought. She could have traded some shit in or went and bought it herself, or it could not be real. Who knows? Because now what they're trying to say is that the jewelry that she bought him wasn't real. So this nigga over here flexing false jewelry, and she got the nerves to be talking about her husband because some of his diamonds ain't 100% real. Well, I believe they all are real because if a woman is in a man's pocket like that, of course he's gonna tell them that the diamonds ain't real, so she can get up out of his pockets and leave him the hell alone. But you know, just like I know, 90% of the time, them diamonds was real. Oh, let me go down. That's all we can. That's all. We all know she paid for them 50-cent tickets. Okay. Uh, then shoes couldn't have been new because the shoestrings was dirty. Okay, man. And then I'm wondering. That's what they trying to say now. And she said she wasn't gonna never buy no man nothing that cost no $30,000. So what she do? Go in there and ask him for a box? Go buy a box? Hey, can I get one of your boxes for a prank? I want to give my boyfriend some, but I don't want to pay all that money. I just want to put it in this box for Facebook, for social media. I'm going to advertise y'all store with this fake jewelry I'm going to buy and put it in y'all box. Like, yeah, right. I can't even foresee him jumping up and hyping up and wearing that thing places, knowing that it ain't real, and she could bust him out at any moment saying he wearing fake stuff. I just can't foresee that. I don't know. We don't know nowadays. I don't know, y'all. I'm looking on my notes because they spread out. Oh, I got something else I want to run by y'all. Okay, so think of this. Do y'all think that it's possible that they call him Clarnell? Clarnell could be in danger of being abused mentally. Do you think he could be being mentally abused or manipulated, narcissistic, manipulative behavior? Y'all already know how I feel about narcissist, not the word narcissist, but I'm gonna use it anyway. Do y'all think that that could be possible? I'm gonna tell y'all why I said that. I'm saying it because it could be possible because of why he disliked Robert from the word say go. And at this point in time, Robert was not saying anything. You know what I mean? He wasn't saying anything at all. Okay, so I think that there could be some manipulation in there. Like so bad. Um, okay. I do too. I think they both, but here's the reason why. Okay, so what is his reason for disliking him so much? Because after the Tasha K interview, okay, we're not talking about that. Prior to that, he was still doing petty stuff. You know what I mean? To or towards Robert in his video prior to the Tasha K interview. He was doing petty bullshit prior to that. So why was he so um hell bent on being petty to him? Okay, this is before the court date. This is before any of that. So my thought process was this. I had one or two reasons, or both. Maybe she's always lying about what he did to her or the kids and pays the kids to lie because we already know she pays the kid. The son gave it away in multiple two, I think it was two lives I saw. He told her to pay him some money. And then one of them, he was like, oh, you should have told me. I didn't know what to say. You should have told me or whatever. You know, I have to agree with you, but I feel she's definitely manipulating him and verbally abusing him as well. But I also think she met her match. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, and then in the case of why he doesn't like her, I think she could be always lying about what he did to her and the kids, or wait till I hit you with the second one. Maybe she was telling him something about Robert. That's exactly it. Just as she lied to her audience, exactly. And so my second was kind of sort of like maybe she's telling him something about Robert, and I'm saying I was thinking she tries to make him jealous of Robert intentionally. You know what I mean? Maybe she's um, just saying different things or accidentally calls him or my husband didn't do that or I might as well go back and be, just, I don't know. Not saying that that's what it is, but maybe that's, I don't know. But it has to be something other than this abuse story when he clearly has saw the video. Because I think at one point they made peace of some sort or they was cool or something. Um yeah, she did do that. So I'm thinking that there's something additional that could be happening that is causing him just to uh just I can't think of no other way but to say have that much hatred for the man. Because anytime you play with somebody's kids, you got to have hatred for him. You got to have hatred for him or you don't love your life. You know. Um, I don't know. I'm just saying. Got to be something. I just can't figure it out. Maybe he's jealous because um because Robert can rap and sing and he had a group uh and he tried to get Brianna to play the music and the shit didn't go nowhere. Yeah, he probably is playing his part to keep getting paid. But I think he just went over the line because that baby crying and screaming was not a game. Yeah, that could definitely be it. Uh huh. Rob can do all the things he can't do. Yep. And you know what? That's what I said. I just think he's an asshole, and it's in his character to judge without knowing an individual. Yep, that could possibly be it. Because I was thinking about when he just assumed. Okay, first of all, it's your fault that whatever video got put in your story came in your story. It's not Robert's fault that that video of the two girls doing whatever they was doing to each other. It's not his fault. First off, um, you was mad because you got caught up in some stuff, right? And how do you know that old girl didn't do? You know, who knows who did it? Um, he just took it upon himself to assume that Tasha K said she was calling Robert for permission when that wasn't the case. So he went into this dark room or dark man cry or whatever to talk about what he was going to do to the man and uh, how you've taken him out of the mold to he don't care. You've taken him to Ja, and I had a whole problem with that because Ja is supposed to be the killer and the man who don't care and all this bad person, but yet you living in the house with this woman and her kids, and they're calling you Ja. So who are you? Are you the killer Ja? Or you know what I'm saying? I wasn't understanding that part, but anywho, you're supposed to not be right in the head and all this other kind of stuff. But you living in the roof under the roof with this woman and her kids. So are you gonna snap one day when she clock you like she used to clock Robert? You know what I'm saying? This is all the things that have me feeling a certain kind of way about her moving this dude, and they're just like this or whatever the case may be. It's like I don't get it. Um, it's just like, whew, whew, you know what I'm saying? Just threw me for a loop. Did I lose y'all on that? I was trying to see who Trina. I think I missed some. Did I skip over something? I don't think I did. Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. Went from BET to EBT to BET. So I don't know, y'all. That was just one of my thoughts on that one. So who are you? Did you check the records? Well, you can't really check the records to see if there's a mental issue. But you got him in your house with your children. Y'all know what I'm doing right now. I'm going through my little notes, whatever. No, he said no, he said Brianna argued with him one night about not saying anything about the night he was supposedly being with Lil Bree. I don't wait. I don't get it. Wait, they scared that baby the way she was crying. Exactly, Beverly. Exactly. Um. So wait. Oh, okay. So he said Brianna argued with him because he didn't want to respond to the allegations of him being with uh Bree. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. So that stemmed. Okay. So wait. So the video, the live of him with the two girls came out, and then Bree came out on Tasha K live, and then he did a late pretend. I don't know. Well, I'm not gonna say pretend, but he did a live in the dark. I think it was, about Robert threatening him and all this other kind of bullshit. Just some stupid stuff. When it was nobody's fault but his. He got caught slipping. He can keep his women lined up in place. You know what I'm saying? And he got mad at you understand what I'm saying? He got mad, was talking mess about doing something to Robert, and then that same night or that same day or the next day or whatever is when he did the first uh video with his daughter, with Robert's daughter. I can't remember exactly what the video was, or was it might have been during the time. Matter of fact, it was the video about them acting like she was scared to go with her daddy. So what did y'all do with that little girl, and what did y'all say to that little girl to make her scared of her father like that? Because when she had that horse, she's like, my daddy gave it to me. My daddy gave it to me. So you can't tell me that y'all didn't do something to that little girl to make her afraid. Any person supporting that girl's behavior is sick. Having a man around your children you barely know is danger zone. Even putting these kids on social media and their every move. She is opening up a can of worms. A lot of predators out there. I'm not wishing anything bad to happen, but I just wish she would protect these kids before it's too late. I know what I'm saying from experience. She needs to be wiser and put her big woman's underwear on instead of acting like a 15-year-old girl. Now you got it. Now you got it, sis. Now you see. Not now you got it. But that's exactly basically what this whole live is about. Everybody wanted to jump on Linda about how she said what she said. Okay, she said what she said. Didn't mean it the way that they took it or how it came out, but being on a person's live, you're going to say what you're going to say because you're in the heat of the moment. Okay, we got that part. But nobody took into consideration why she was saying what she was saying. And that paragraph basically sums it up. Her behavior is despicable. She's putting her kids in the danger zone. Her children are acting, her daughter is acting way too grown, and her sons are, no, let me rephrase that. She is putting her children in adult roles while they're children. She's giving them adult conversation while they're children. You know what I mean? It's just not right. She's putting that man who basically told us, nobody wanted to hear that part. He flat out told us there was a whole nother side of him that ain't right, da 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 da, and they put him in his space. And you know what I'm saying? I don't remember the live 100%, but I'm sure it's floating somewhere out there about how he ain't right. They don't know him and put him in his space, and you didn't turn jaw out and all this other kind of stuff. And boom, now you got this video of his daughter being tortured, lying about going to see his daddy, and then you come on and talk about something. I tried. That lets you know there's a demonic spirit in him as well. Anytime a man would do that to a child because he's the one that got caught slipping, because he's the dirty dog that was cheating on the mama, and he's the one that fucked up because the girl came on and told on him, lets you know that's a sick ass man. Sick, 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 sick. So, as Linda was saying, you need to watch your child. Your child is growing up way too fast and behaving way too adult like around this man you don't even know, that you refuse to listen to when he told you he's got mental issues. He said that out of his mouth, but ain't nobody listening to that. Ain't nobody hearing that. It's on there somewhere. I just don't do all that recording. My devices ain't got enough space, y'all. I ain't got enough space for my pictures. You feel me? So I damn sure can't be doing all no screen recording and stuff like that. But it's out there somewhere. Because internet don't let stuff go away. Somebody got the night he was threatening Robert, and then the next day he tortured Amora. The baby. Somebody got it. Play it. Play that shit for the DJ. Play that the Play, hey, DJ, keep playing that song. No. I don't know the words to it, but you know it's the old song. Y'all know what? I got this camera off, but I just have my little thing wrapped around me because when you get off of work, the last thing you want on is clothes, right? I have on some stuff, but not appropriate for the internet. And it keeps falling. I keep tripping and stressing out, trying to make sure it don't fall down, just in case the camera, for some odd reason, is actually on when it ain't supposed to be on. So if y'all see my house, just tell me. It would just pop on or something, unless I turn it on. But yeah, see, sis, look, Tenacity, Tenacity mascot. Is that how you say your name? See, those are people that actually think. We are people that actually think on this live tonight. Yes, he did say that. Sweet Mon got it. Yep. See, now, do you think I'm gonna leave my kids by themselves with him driving around in the city? What if he get mad? And come on, man, hit the brakes real hard, and the baby ain't in the seatbelt or something. Oh, I didn't know, cause he mad at him, cause you keeping up a beef between your baby daddy and your future baby daddy. You know, like come on, make this shit make sense. You can't keep two men at all, and then ask that one man to keep that other man's child and think ain't nothing gonna happen to that baby. Ain't no way. If you don't like my daddy, you damn sure don't like me. If you don't, if somebody don't like my baby daddies, you damn sure can't be around my children. You feel what I'm saying? Because my children are of my baby fathers. I got two. So if you got a problem with them, you're not gonna be around my children by yourself. And very little with me around. You know what I'm saying? It just ain't gonna happen. I don't care if I've been with you for 5 years, 10 years, or 20 years. If you show any animosity or hatred towards those children's fathers, ain't no way in hell I'm gonna leave my children with you. Mm-mm. 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 And that night was too much. And then the next day, you show us the evil that you have by torturing that baby. And you got that baby crying and screaming because she going to Roberts. I believe she probably thought Robert was somebody else, or maybe they said Robert was going to do something to her because she did something. I don't know what it is, but I can only imagine. And I try not to because it just irks my soul, makes my skin crawl and itch. Sick, sick. Which brings me to my very, very next thing I want to tell y'all. I said a little bit about it earlier. Let me see. Um, I was going to give y'all statistics on a child's sexual behavior or traits um, after watching inappropriate sexual behavior or acts or whatever in the home. But I didn't have enough to research or study or read while between then and when I got on live. Because that's something that's very important and don't need to be just taken just out of context or whatever. Because first of all, it's kind of hard to find. You have to be able to read clearly, and read in between the lines, because the first thing they say when you ask those questions or you try to find that information is they say sexual assault or sexual what is it sexual abuse, when it is a form of sexual abuse, but not the kind that they're talking about. There has not been any, we don't know, verified touching or feeling or anything like that. So I don't want those traits or those statistics. I need certain ones. So I didn't have enough time to finish that. So I just pushed that to the side. Probably won't, because it probably, at the end of the day, it ain't mine. You know, my answer to it and my statistics is to it is don't do it. Watch your children. Watch your children. And then the fact of the matter is, oh Lord, I'm not gonna even go there. I'm gonna stop right there on that question. I just didn't have enough time to do all that research. Woo, because that's important. I wanted to be factual on that one. But this is what I did. Oh, maybe I did. How do parents? Okay, I did do a little bit more. I did more than I thought I did, but that ain't what I. Oh wait, maybe I was looking at the wrong phone. I did more. I did more reading than I thought I did. Jeez, I did that on my breaks at work, y'all. But I'm not gonna do that. I was gonna read about or tell you say something about uh what is it? Um Jesus. Um Parental alienation. Don't y'all hate when y'all be looking at pictures and pictures from 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years ago pop up on your phone? I'm like, ugh. uh she said it's a lot of things that seem weird, especially her saying that she watched her son play underneath the covers on camera and you know what I'm saying? You watched him, but you didn't talk to him and let him know. Mm-mm. See, if Robert had been there, he would have had that talk. Or had you not had taken Robert out of your son's life, he would have known. Someone would have known how to speak to the children and talk to the children about what they were feeling, instead of being blasted on the internet. So now when people see them and think about it, they don't think about, you know what I mean? No, not a, come on. These kids got to grow up. What if they friends see that or whatever? You ain't getting no cootie. You just playing with yourself under the covers. Your mama told us. Kids are cruel. That's what they gonna say. You know, like, stupid. Okay. I was, I didn't, put it on here and I don't know what's the beginning and what's the end because it's so terrible. It's so bad. Okay. What does it say? What do judges think about parental alienation? A judge views on parental alienation is that it is treated like a child abuse case, and the result will move toward the benefit of what is best for the child in any abuse situation. What is narcissistic parental alienation? Narcissistic parental alienation syndrome refers to the process of a psychological manipulation of a child by a parent to show fear, disrespect, or hostility towards the other parent. And then I have another one that's like really long. I'll just read. Parental alienation refers to both the process involved with a child being naively, actively, or obsessively alienated, i.e., psychologically manipulated to dislike or reject a loved parent, and the signs and symptoms of parental alienation syndrome that manifest once the alienation has taken hold of the child's mind. Parental alienation can be identified whether there is documented evidence that a child has been exposed to or one or more hold on parental alienation strategies and or oh Jesus brainwashing techniques, exposed to one or more parental alienation strategies and or brainwashing techniques, and the exposure is the primary cause for the child to, it says engage, utilize, manifest. And then it just has just different, like under engage, it says engage in campaign of denigration, I don't know what that word is, against the targeted parent. The child often presents complaints in a litany, some trivial, many false or irrational. Utilize frivolous rationalizations to justify the degeneration. The child's reactions of hatred or disdain are unjustified and disproportionate to the circumstances they describe. They may claim to be fearful, but they do so easily without typical fear reactions and manifest two or more of the following attitudes and behaviors as observed in the child: lack of ambivalence. I don't know what that says, the word. The child manifests all or none thinking, idealizing the alienating parent, or devaluing the target parent. Reflective, support for the alienated parent. The child immediately and automatically takes the alienating parent's side in a disagreement. You see that? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Bye, Lovey. Thank you for joining us. And baby girl, I know them 12 hours and how they go. Trust me, I do. I'm gonna read this last little thing. Borrowed scenarios. A child makes rehearsed statements that are identical to those made by the alienating parent. Younger siblings may mimic what they have heard their older siblings say. They usually are unable to elaborate on the details of the events they allege. Independent thinker phenomenon. The child proudly states the decision to reject uh, the target event they allege. Independent thinker phenomenon. Okay. The child proudly states the decision to regret the target parent in his own, not influenced by the alienated parent. Absence of guilt or remorse for mistreatment of the target parent. The child may be oppositional, rude, disrespectful, and even violent toward the target parent, and show little or no remorse for those behaviors. Okay, so this is the last one. Spread of the child's animosity to the target's parent extended family. Express feelings and hatred often include the extended family or friends of the target parent, even when the child has had little or no contact with them. So, with that being said, mm, that little stunt and all these little stunts she be doing, even with his oldest daughter, even with his oldest daughter, is 100% child alienation. Because yeah, just because me and the man have a problem, that problem should not bleed out to those children. If it's just me and your problem, if he's never done anything to those children should not have a problem. Me and your problem should not be the child's problem. And so that's what Kevin was saying his life to the other lady as well. And she acknowledged that she was wrong by keeping her kids away from her husband because he was cheating on her. That was somebody else that wasn't Robert and Lyanna. But yeah, so that's just some information about alienating the child. So as far as there is nothing. Okay, so it says, how is a severe case of parental alienation characterized? So that's how they characterize it. And with those characteristics, There's a 100% problem there. 100% problem there. And that can be looked up on, well, you can look it up on Google. It's there. I don't know. It's there. All sites are different. So you can find whatever site that makes you happy to read about it. But what they will not say is the proof or the information that you receive will definitely not say that she is not alienating their children. Did y'all see the post on my page where the lady was beating the crap out of her husband or her boyfriend or whatever? And I put a note on there and I said the sad part of it is like society will see this and they will say that he is wrong, even though he was the one getting the crap beat out of him. Go in your kennel, because I did not call you. Go in your kennel. Kennel. Go. Kennel. Sit down. Stay there. You're in timeout. How society will say that he's wrong. You know what I mean? He may not have even hit the woman or touched her or did anything. But the way that it is, men cannot be abused. It's not right. You know what I mean? It'll automatically be he's wrong. And that's so sad. That's so sad, y'all. And I'm only saying it's sad. I'm not a woman hater or anything. But I have children. I have two young men. And the last thing I want is for my babies to have to go through this. So this stuff needs to be acknowledged and pressed out that this is how people do and how so that when it comes time to you for your children to report it or my children to report it, we pray that it never happens, that they won't be frowned upon or encouraged more to shut up than to speak about it. That's all I'm hoping for. Um, this is crazy, y'all. What? Okay, that's enough. Cut it out. You doing too much. Go sit down. Sit down. Jesus. She back there acting like she just died. She just doing stuff to make a noise, doing all that, drinking that water like that. Next she gonna be over there burping, and then she gonna be over there blowing in the water. My dog blows in her water. Is anybody still on here that's gonna talk to me? I know. I think I did story time when I put y'all to sleep when I was reading that Alienation. A lot of times, um, where is the daddy at? Where they daddy at? Why they daddy don't see nothing wrong with his daughter being that grown? That's what I got a question. Where is the other three daddy at? And why doesn't he see anything wrong with the daughter being that involved on something that's so adult like behavior? I don't understand. It's crazy, y'all. I think I'm getting tired. What time is it? 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 9 and 10. Where y'all at? I've been on here 2:44. So I think I think I came to say what I wanted to say. She said what she said, and we talked about it. And I think I didn't say what I wanted to say about it. Uh, and the way that I said it, can't nobody take it and spin it. Since y'all wanted to take what she said and spin it, but not address the facts of why she said what the hell she said. She said what she said because it needed to be addressed. Maybe it was the wrong terminology for a child for you, for ultra sensitive people, you know. But I still want to know why all this didn't come about when they were saying all this nasty stuff to Toya and Sweet Mind, whoever else. And why wasn't she knocked on the top of the head with comments when she said whatever she said about Toya's kids in the very beginning that made Toya react? You know what I'm saying? So keep that shit the same on both sides of the fence. If you're gonna hold people accountable, hold them accountable. But if you hold them accountable, address those facts of why they're standing, especially if it's from our side. You know, if we say something of the people who support the truth, if we say something, for the most part, there's gonna be something that makes sense behind it. We just have to choose our words better. But even if it's a slip up or whatever, and we don't choose the words correctly, in the process of telling them that they didn't choose their words correctly, why don't you bring to light the reason behind why they said what they said? Because you know there's something important behind the reason for them to say whatever they said. Maybe they were frustrated and did not think about what they said before, how they said what they said before they said it, but there was a reason behind it. And so, since we're the ones who are supposed to be extremely intelligent, we need to start, um, instead of just beating up our own, we need to take, even if you have to do it in a back room off laugh, take their thought process into consideration. Ask them what do they mean. Help them explain and talk about what they mean. Don't just beat them down because they said something because it came out incorrectly. It wasn't meant that way. What they said was not meant a certain kind of way, but there was a long story to it. But that was the part that came out. That's what was said. We're not saying it was said correctly, but the intent behind it, or what the reason that it was said, needed to be addressed. Okay? So in the future, for anyone who supports Robert, you can't beat up your own because someone says something that is not, I'm going to say, for a lack of a better term, in good taste to the children. We're going to say it like that. Um, but tell them they were wrong, but also make their point a valid point, especially when they did not mean to be uh, intentionally hurtful or nasty. Because nobody intends to hurt or be nasty to her children, because they're children. They were born into that. They did not ask to be a part of that. So they are innocent children. And if we're seeing something and we're trying to say something, it's for the health of the children. So if they notice what she said, then that was the perfect opportunity for each and every one of us to express the reason behind it, with hopes to help those children for the future. Because it's not only that one child. You have to remember, he has a daughter coming up after that one, and he has a daughter that she has influenced severely before that one. So there's a total of 3 young ladies who have been influenced severely by this one person. So that's what should have been more so addressed after expressing, okay, how you said it wasn't right, but let's look at why you said it. You know what I mean? Let's think of it that way instead of being so quick to crucify our people who don't intend to say things maliciously. You know, that's how you stick together. That's how you hold each other down. That's how you keep this shit 100. You know, don't just crucify and walk away. Crucify and get to the point, because it had to be a point behind what she said. Okay? And the lady said, I know you can't, no, how it was said, okay, we already know that was all bad. It came out the wrong way. But what she said had to have had a reason behind it. And the reason behind it was a very good reason. A reason behind it is a reason that each and every one of you ladies that are on her side, that got her back, should be trying to teach her, because obviously she does not know. You feel me? I taught my niece about, and I even had to go so far as telling her father the reasons why it wasn't cool, about jumping up in men's laps. Because she was just a little baby, about 2, 3 years old. Maybe, no, maybe 4 or 5. I don't know. I think the little my nephew was 2. About jumping up in men's lap because they got some candy or some food or something, about jumping in the laps. And so after we broke that, then I had to get on them about, don't let your daughter straddle your leg. Make her sit sideways. Why? That's my daughter. I said, don't let them straddle your leg. That's a no-go. I had to explain that. And then I got to, when you have your kids sitting on your lap, they don't need to be above your thighs. Never ever should they sit higher up there. That's my kid. I don't give a damn if it's your dog. There's certain places that a kid does not need to sit on your lap. So sometimes people really don't know. So if y'all are her fans and her friends and y'all her supporters, these are things that y'all can go on her back page and her back review and express to her. She might snap off at y'all, but at least it's in her head. Maybe she never thought about it because maybe nobody ever told her about it. I don't know. But this is the shit y'all supposed to be telling her, instead of thinking that everything that's said and done is cute, because it's definitely not. It's definitely not. Children should stay in children's place, a child's place. Or you get a child, you'll end up with a child, whether it's a boy or a girl, or with maybe 13, 14, 15 years old with a kid, 2 kids, or whatever. Not saying that if they're not in the child's plate, they won't go and do that anyway. But come on now. Come on. Come on. Just move it along, move it along. Children talking, man groping, get the child out the face. I mean, grown-ups, adults talking, men groping, women get the kids out the face. Kids should be in their room, no man should be in their room. Period. You feel what I'm saying? Come on, keep that shit a buck. 100 in a buck. There's 12 of y'all on there, so um, it is what it is. I got something for you though. Be careful what you do and how you do it, because you are the protector of your children. You are the protector of your children. If you were sexually assaulted, touched, raped, harassed, uh, kidnapped, whatever you want to call it, beat, abused when you were younger, it will behoove you to teach your children anything that will allow them to avoid those situations. And that's all I got to say about that. Don't let your children bump their damn head when you can show them the right path. That's it. That's all for me, y'all. That's it. That's all for me, y'all. Have a good night. I might come on tomorrow. Oh, you still on there? I thought everybody had left me. I seen some on there, but a lot of times the other side will be on there. And sometimes I wouldn't be surprised if old girl wasn't live streaming my shit. Because she do that often. She got me blocked on all hers, so I can't even see what she doing. And she will live stream it. So if y'all see her live streaming my stuff, y'all tell me, because I can't see it. She got me blocked. All right, y'all. Good night. What I say, I'm gonna say it again. That's it. That's all, y'all. I think that's what I said. That's it. That's all, y'all. I might see y'all tomorrow. Good night, everybody.